We were the anti-nuclear capital of the world. I was an autistic kid. My father was a drafted United States Marine, an incredible man. I come from an incredible family. My uncle stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day. I grew up on a huge ranch out by the lake. He was a beautiful, incredible person. He was at Pendleton, combat ready, and they were human guinea pig. They were marched into the trenches in Nevada. They're called atomic veterans. He nearly died at the blast. Between 1951 and 1968, we had 300 open-air tests. Well, as different scientists started to write about this, Wallace Stegner was at the University of Utah at the time, where Abbey was hanging around here. I got to know him. I got to know all these environmentalists, and I was an environmentalist, and it was a passionate, intense subject matter there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Bloomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Bloomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. They'll be calling you a radical. May God have mercy on all of your souls.
Nuclear power was evolving. We were promised, oh, this can't happen. It will never happen. We cannot have a meltdown.
Well, good morning, Pacific Genocide. I got my walk into school with my little grandson, 90 degrees in here, 15, 20 degrees above normal, all day, every day. The epic denial goes on. Hang with me. I'm dropping him off at school. I can do more than one thing at once. We're walking here. You know, we have a lot of nice public parks. Well, I don't care. Bring whatever you want. Here you go. Come on. He's got his winter boots on. It's 90, and he won't take them off. You're going to wear those boots in there, or you're going to change your shoes? I got your other shoes. He's a piece of work, this boy. Come on. He says they're too cool. But his soccer game here in this beautiful parks we have in Ogden. So we have some beautiful, and they got ruined there for a while, but they're making a comeback, They, he runs off the soccer field to climb a tree during the game. That's good. I don't think you can reach it. Here, go. Get in there. Well, then do it. Here, go. All right, let's see you do it. I don't think you can. With them goofy boots on. How you going to do with them boots on? Oh, you got to climb the fence now. You got it? You're going to get in trouble climbing like that. Okay, get down. So, we'll talk a lot about nuclearism here. Just give me 1 minute here. Get him in there. Come on. In he goes. The daycare, well, his school, Chris school, which is a good thing. Here you go. Let's change your shoes. I'll leave him here with the teacher. Come on. He won't take his boots off. I'll leave those right there. Okay. See you later. Well, it's a good school. Well, he's in a very good school. It's important. That's one thing I like about when I was in Denmark. They have nationalized preschool for the little ones. Of course, they're nationalized medicine. And by the way, of course, their tax rate's extremely high, but so is ours. And they say, oh, things are expensive in Denmark? Yeah, compared to places like Budapest. But compared to here, no, they're cheap. I mean, we all bitch about, oh, look at the price in Norway. Have you been to California lately? You been on the pier? You been to Vegas lately? You been to a sports arena lately? Here's your $15 beers. I mean, it's so, but look what they get for their services. We get bombs to export for oligarchs, and then we get for $50,000 for every man, woman, and child to the bank bailout. So that's what our tax dollars go for. Their tax dollars go for government services, things that matter. And so it's mandatory the kids are there. They have a philosophy there, and here's what they'll tell you. They'll come to the house and say, hey, the little ones, when they get, very small, need to be in school for a couple hours a day so that the mama and the daddy, the parents, have free time. And they'll say, how can their children's minds be free if the parents' minds are not free? It's a beautiful philosophy. They're very self-confident people. They're very logical people. And, a lot of Europe's that way. They want their kids to, explore. They don't live in fear. They don't have a fear complex like we have a fear complex. So I'm going to talk a lot about my improv art, the fight that we're up against. As I posted today, and I told some people today that, look, you can please part of the sheep part of the time. But if you really want to make a difference, you got to lead the mule to water. Then you got to stomp his fucking head in the trough and fucking make him fucking drink something besides Kool-Aid and yellow cake. And then, only then, will they come out of their hypnotized fucking state that they're in. America's in a hypnotized fucking popism contemporary fucking state through their television. Let's play fantasy football. You'll hear these guys betting football playing about we. Isn't that, these athletes, do you think these athletes give a fuck? All the money, even when they're on the field, they'll play somewhat. Sometimes they'll play hard. College athletes, sometimes they'll play hard. Sometimes they won't. What do they give a fuck, especially college athletes? After about a year in a program, they're being nothing more than a fucking slave for a fucking coach to pacify his ego, well, more than pacify his ego, to make millions off. They get it after a while. You don't think the point shaving goes on? And you don't think the fucking NFL's fucking rigged as fuck? All sports are rigged as fuck. It's not sport anymore. It's entertainment tonight. Did you watch the Cowboys fucking game? And by the way, now think about this. The Cowboys fucking haven't won anywhere in how many years? Done nothing. But they're still the most valuable franchise. It's all about branding. It's entertainment tonight. Fox News, Fox Sports. So I used to love my one friend. He says, Fox pays $1 billion to not show baseball games. Of course. That's what they were up to. It's a propaganda machine. It's fucking been, it's all Orwellian. Where does it run out of? Right out of Oxford. Right out of Cambridge. The places that invented these fucking dogma fucking Orwellian fucking Goebbels on Balco. It's a propaganda fucking machine for fucking the 1%. The propaganda machine for the fucking oligarchs. New World Order, fuck no. They were paid to call it that. So look, you think about it. I want you to really think about this. New World Order. They were paid to call it that. And now let's take it further. Not only was Savage is a fucking paid fucking CIA rat. All of them. I remember before that fucking rat Rupert fucking hung himself. Rupert did good work. Don't get me wrong. He did some good work. That's what they do. They do some good work, and then they take you down the pigeonhole. And the pigeonhole fucking destroys your life because they strip your fucking money away. They strip the answer away from you. That's the whole fucking game they play here. People don't understand my way, my method, my improv, my info art, my paintings. These fuckers strip away your fucking answer. They indoctrinate you with the right thesis. They have the right thesis. Do not kid yourself. They all have the exact right thesis. Oh, they get it. They get it that it is fucking globalization. But they take you down the Alienville fucking rabbit hole. They take you down the fucking fucking shiny fucking yellow rocks out of the fucking ground. Somehow money's going to save you. Somehow fucking hoarding's going to save you. Somehow fear's going to save you when that's the exact opposite of what's going to save you. So they take you down that pigeonhole. Do you think they do that fucking just for fun? No, they do it for profit, please. I mean, I got in an argument with Rupert before he whacked himself, and I don't believe he was suicided, by the way. Aaron Swartz? No, I can get into it. Those fuckers killed him. Michael Hastings? Oh, they killed him. Pat Tillman? Oh, Blaine has murdered him right in his fucking head. Wow. But Rupert, we got into it. Oh, about Pat Tillman, he and I. We got into it big time. And I'll tell you what. My dad, and you got to realize, too, and this is what some people don't think about. They don't understand how the CIA works. They don't understand how the Special Forces, the fucking Marine Corps works. They are very clandestine. Do not fucking kid you. Most people had no fucking clue my fucking dad was ever even in the fucking Marines. You know, he was drafted. You know, and I could get into a big deal why he was drafted. He was the very first group that was human lab rats. This guy was an amazing fucking dude. It took him a lot of years to kill him of this. This is what the specimen that he was. But oh, did he know? And so, Rupert, you know, my father was a Special Forces fucking Marine before anybody even knew what a Special Forces was. They look, here's what happened. Yeah, coming out of 45, my uncle, his older brother, was a big-time World War II hero. Amazing dude. Snuck out of the house, the only one that went out of our community out of 12 boys that age. The rest of them draft dodging fucks. So he goes out. He fucking incredible man on Omaha Beach on D-Day. Amazing fucking dude. He just recently passed away. His name was Blanch. An amazing man. Incredible. In the Battle of the Bulge, was with the group when they, you know, tried to get into headquarters after fucking, they probably most likely already snuck Hitler out to Argentina, but whatever. But he was a fucking incredible, physical, athletic, intelligent man. He had all those components, like a Pat Tillman. Incredible athlete, you know. The whole family were these physical creatures. I mean, came from my mom. My grandmother was this incredible, physical, beautiful being. I mean, these boys were physical. They had faces chiseled like Pat Tillman. All these boys did. And incredible athletes with super strong, logical Danish minds that came. I mean, wit like you never seen. That's what they look for. That's who these people want. They need the strong wit to make decisions and things, and the physicality. That's who they recruit. They knew through him that he was that. You know, he was a wild child when he was a kid. Incredible. I bet you. So they draft him. They take him in. They indoctrinate him immediately into the fucking Special Forces atomic fucking gig from San Onofre. So what they did, he's drafted. They got him profiled already. They already fucking know, even back then. He was, I mean, the physicality. They wanted to take the strongest, the most physical, the most athletic men they had, which the Marine Corps was full of incredible men, those in 1951. The United States was, these kids came off farms, these kids come off ranches in this beautiful fucking incredible fucking America that we had. America, the United States that we had. And so they took the strongest, the mentally witty, the strong-minded. And so that's who they wanted in the very first group. Now, I've got the documentation. I have it. Teller's calling the shots, you know, at the head, but it's really underneath him. The strong-boned rats at Livermore, Russell, and the fucking Cal Berkeley fucking cartel was running the nuclear cartel out of fucking Berkeley. Livermore, Lawrence, and the fucking Creeks. So they want the very first human lab rat. They want the very fucking best. So the plan was this, and I have it all well documented. They were going to lab rat one group of Marines. About 1,500 of them. So, and the first class was even much less than that. Now, not the support group, which they did that to the Army, too. So they brought the Army in for support, tactical fucking support. And they had signs, you can see the signs, they're all on it, you know, loose lips sink ships, keep your mouth shut about this is all secret, quiet, blah, 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 blah. So he's at the very, but they took a group of Marines right at the blast. Number one, they wanted to see if it killed these guys at the blast. 2, they wanted to see how their bodies reacted. 3, they wanted to see if they could still fight. I mean, these were pawns in a fucking game. So he was the very first group. So they're put right at fucking ground zero. I mean, right fucking at the blast. They killed a lot of them in the blast. They were killed. They had fucking support fucking crews after the blast would go in there. Army personnel. Been very well documented by me. So they go in there, pick up the bodies at field hospital set up right there. At the field hospital, immediately, first thing, cut the tonsils out. My dad was a guy who never had a cavity in his life. I mean, this is a physical specimen, unbelievable. Never had a cold in his life, never had a sick day in his fucking life. Never. You know, and we're talking his brother, just 2 years old, died of rheumatic fever. And so this was an amazing specimen. That's who they wanted. They wanted the tonsils cut out immediately. They cut them out, put them in jars, shipped them to fucking Berkeley immediately. They still have them in fucking jars. Human fucking laboratory smart, because that's how they were going to fucking tell the fucking body when it cut whammed. Heavy fucking documentation. From the day they blasted them all the way to their childhood, heavily documented. I have it all. Heavily documented on the path, what it does, not even just to them, to their children, to their offspring. So they're all fucked up. They're knocked cold, most of them. I mean, most of them are fucking clinging to life. Then, when they slowly come to, even before they come to, they fucking injected LSD into their body, fed them LSD to try to warp their sense of memory. This was a fucking human lab rat experiment. So the ones who were very critical, which was fucking most of them, they fucking shipped them on trucks to San Diego hospitals, public hospitals in San Diego. They were in there. They came to. My dad told me all these fucking stories in secret. And I didn't know these stories for years, but my uncle, his younger brother, who's still alive, lives in Alaska, amazing fucking dude, who quit the NFL to go into the fucking Air Force as a fighter pilot, who told the Air Force to fuck off. This is a fucking, you know, right there on the cusp of becoming one of the youngest generals in American history. I think he could have been the youngest colonel ever in this country. Incredible, well-decorated, amazing, incredible fucking... I wouldn't fuck with this guy to this day, and he's fucking there 80. He fucking told me the whole story. He was at the Pentagon when I was young. He was researching... My dad was alive. He was researching this and hammering it. He says, even I run into fucking doors. Well, then my dad dies, and he's outraged. You know, he's quit the fucking air, told him to fuck off. You know, he was the second shirt at Colorado Springs. This guy fucking wrote a letter. This is how this dude plays. I've seen the letter. He went to the one star. He claims that the fucking the first shirt, he was the second shirt. The general was fucking rubbing. I mean, he'd been married multiple times. He had this beautiful gold digging wife. He claims the general was right. He called her rubbing her up. So he claimed, you know, like Bernie, secession was still fucking legal, and so he wrote the letter secession and challenged him to a duel. I mean, they told him to fuck off. When my dad died, he says, you want me to put all your data in the obituary on, you know, your war career, fuck no. Okay? You put anything about my military career, you even call me colonel or fucking whatever in that thing, I will kick your ass. You got me, Kevin? Yeah, okay. He was living with me in my big house at the time. You know? And I'm like, oh my God, this dude. But so he researched, he was outraged, he pissed. He told the stories. He knew the story. He was his older brother, who he loved. And so, as this played out, you know, I knew these stories. My dad died. When my dad died, he had a safe. Got in the safe. He had every fucking documentation, every fucking magazine article, ever newspaper ever written on this. You know, and he was a health freak, food-wise. You know why. I mean, he's still cooking. He was one of the last ones to go. And so the documentation, the first war memorial ever put up in the country for one of these guys at our cemetery. My other uncle did that, you know, in the community. You know, they murdered him. Fucking, you know, and so as I dug into the documentation, they knew they were all going to die of leukemia. He said it. Teller said it. Well, we know. We know it's going to kill them. They all said it. We don't care. They human lab ratted their own fucking finest men. So they also hypothesized and fucking said it and made bets that it would fuck up their fucking children as they would go home, have children, and it would fuck up their gene pool. And the kids, number one, would be born autistic. Number one, would be born with asthma. And most likely would die young of fucking leukemia. Let's see. Mutation by definition, I have a twin sister. We were born fucking so unhealthy. Premiums, my mother was a pinup artist. Beautiful, young, freaking, you know, curved up, incredible female. Come from fucking, you know, Hunsaker, the famous fucking Hunsaker fucking line, their daughter, spoiled rotten, amazing woman, incredible. She's still alive. This is a woman that would quote fucking Poe to us as children. Out of her head. I mean, this is the artist that I come from. Amazing. You know, those two. What a pair those two were. Everybody called them Maggie and Digger. What a couple. What a pair. Oh, my God, they loved each other, danced, fought like cat. Oh, I mean, you want to talk passion. Amazing, our childhood. Out there on the fucking like that guy. I mean, that family. Those, my uncle, my grandma's brother, the Admiral. Fuck, looked just like Dean Martin. Fuck, I mean, these people were something else. Drank just like him, too. What an incredible dude he was. And so, they lab-ratted these people. They lab-ratted me. All the documentation, it's right out there in front of everybody's face. Plenty of people don't, but you don't want to hear it. It's like, I will never forget this. It's one of the biggest insults to me in my life. I've been spit in my face trying to fight as the artist, as the improv, all that I do. I think the greatest insult I ever had to me in my face was Helen Caldecott. I think ever in my life. As I go to Kellen's symposium last year, you know, they all know me. Who the fuck in the anti-nuclear mode doesn't know me? Fucking scream my head off the fucking crazy, squeaky fucking wheel that placed up. I know what I'm up to. I've been at this for a long time. Helen blackballs me, tells me to my face I can't use the F word. She, you know, there were people that wanted me to speak at her symposium. No, blackballed me. The biggest insult to me came from a young woman professor at the University of Washington. She spoke. She spoke about the Marshallese. She did a beautiful job, by the way, about the Marshallese and talked about the human experiment. So she goes in this fucking tirade. This is how fucking academia is so hypnotized and so closed off to their subject matter and cannot open their minds, and they're not PhDs. They're peer-reviewed PhDs, so they're so compartmentalized into this little cocoon of what they think that they cannot open their mind. When it used to be a PhD, was the broad fucking thinker, was the leader, had to do something new, it had to be fucking thing. Those people are gone. So she says, well, it's disconnected. That's why no one cares here. It's not here in the United States. It's there. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's 300,000 children of the atomic veterans. We're right under your face, and we're all dying fast. You know, my work. Blackballed everywhere at the University of General Electric. The University of General Electric, do not kid yourself. When I got cancer, when the legendary finance professor Clyde Cooley died so tragic, we have a Utah State University statewide MBA program. But we had the #1 undergraduate program in the country that I graduated from. Dr. Cooley, I was his protege. I have the last letter of recommendation he ever wrote. So I come back to get the first MBA. You know, I'm trading fucking on Wall Street. I traded so many derivatives in the fucking late 90s, through the 90s. I'm trading so many. And by the way, I balanced multiple careers. I never gave up my stucco business, ever. I never will. That's my first love. So, these fuckers, it's such an incredible story, and, you know, I'll get it out in my book. It's such a heartbreaking story. We are the #1 undergraduate program in the United States via the testing. Even my year. I used to tell Cooley, I said, what do you do, throw my scores out? There was only 17 of us that graduated that year, 96, in Dr. Cooley's program. You come out of that program, you're placed on Wall Street, you went anyway, you fucking went. Out of the 17, 11 were from Japan. They were Japan elitist oligarchs. I got to be very good friends with them in that program. So the MBA program gets announced. I'm on Wall Street, placed there by Clyde Cooley, working for a private fucking freelance fucking group. I'm flying all over the country. I'm fucking here in Utah doing a lot of our work. I'm flying to New York. I'm flying to Los Angeles. I'm flying to San Francisco. I'm all over. Live in the biggest fucking house in Weber County. I built it with fucking cash. Everybody knows my path. Whatever. My plaster business is still on my former Butch. He's still fucking running the show. Amazing childhood friend. Amazing guy. My group. Since we were kids. Skilled craftsman from fucking hell, like me. So, as we go forward, he gets mad cow. That's right. I'm like, what the fuck? In 99, I didn't know. I used to talk to him on the phone all the time. And I used to call up the secretary, hey, am I going to be, yes, Kevin, there's nobody with the last letter A. You're going to be the first, because I wanted that very first fucking MBA from him. I knew it would be the biggest feather in my fucking cap ever in history. I mean, I knew. I mean, this guy taught an MBA. You talk to anybody that come out of his MBA or his undergraduate program, they tiptoed through their MBA because it was nothing. So I walk in, there's a guy named Cal Madsen standing in the class. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Where's Clyde? Haven't you heard? And I remember he was standing right there at the summer semester in his classroom. This is how brilliant these young students are. He started talking to somebody that wasn't there and started getting delusionary. So the students let him out there. His sons came and got him. His brain was under a fucking violent attack. It was so fucking heartbreaking. The most brilliant mind I ever fucking knew. It was BSC. Where did he live? Bountiful, Utah. Where's Stair Cycle? Right there. Stair Cycle killed him. Nobody wants to hear that. They don't want to think. I mean, he died fucking fast. I went and seen him. It was fucking heartbreaking. This guy's a fucking legend. What this guy did for people, it was, you know, it's so sad that he lost his incredible life to his children and his grandchildren. He loved his grandchildren, by the way. He loved his family. Fucking, but I mean, that guy opened so many doors for so many of us. I mean, it's like when I interviewed for my fucking job, they didn't even fucking they didn't even care about the interview. They're just like, well, Clyde said you're good, you're in. You know, so, you're a Chicago guy, fucking chemist, brilliant fucking dude. So, a guy named Kyle Madsen is originally from here. He's got to take over the fucking program. He says, fuck, I can't teach this fucking program. I'm not a finance fucking guy. I mean, this guy was a completely different type of fucker. He wasn't even close. I don't even have a fucking clue. This guy didn't know a derivative from an arbitrage. He says, hey, Kevin, you're his protege. You got to, you know, and then my ex up there, the dean, he's like, Kevin, you're the finance guy. I'm like, fuck, I don't even have a fucking MBA. What are you talking about? I'm going to teach an MBA program where I don't even have it? Well, you got it. So they cut a deal with me, a backdoor fucking deal. And so I did it for a few years. And I got, you know, moving on with my fucking life, doing whatever. I was so sick of Wall Street. I was gone. I left Wall Street in 99. I was in 2000. March of 2000, I was heartbroken over fucking the death of my father. I was heartbroken over the death of Annika, you know, the feminine girl before his feminine. My girl, she fucking died of leukemia. I was fucking I was sick of it. I was sick of the whole fucking populism contemporary fucking rat race anyway. I knew it was a shakedown. I was never that anyway. I was always organic. I was always the environmentalist. So all of a sudden, Kyle gets a cough one day. Fucker's got lung cancer. Mowed him fucking down. Then his wife, a few years later, gets the same, mowed fucking down. The school of philosophy completely fucking flips. They go from finance thinking, then I get cancer. They fucking blackball me. They file grievances against my degree. I got to fight. This is the University of General Electric. For real. You talk instruction, bought General Electric. Hello. This is how big and powerful. This is the money that blew it up. I manage their endowment. Their endowment on General Electric side gets sitting in the 50-60. I'm like, you got to get out of it. You got to edge it. Fighting with them. By the way, these fuckers owe me so much money. These rat motherfuckers. You know, I do my work on that university every day. I still have a lot of support there, and I have people that hate me, including the school business is a fucking disaster and joke. I'm going to write a book about it and throw these fuckers under the bus where they belong. It's amazing that I've done this anti-nuclearism in the belly of the beast. And they are the beast. They hate me with a fucking passion, and rightfully they should, because they know I'm on to them. They know it. So, these fucking rat motherfuckers, which my MBA from there, which when Kyle dies, they're like, they won't honor the fucking agreement. I'm like, fuck you. That's the fucking deal. The deal was I got the first fucking MBA. I teach these fucking classes. There's plenty of students fucking can verify all this. I get the first MBA. That's the fucking deal. Oh, no, Kyle's dead. You fucking rat. You fuckers, imagine hedging there. They owe me a piece of it. You know, these fucking rats. So that's how this fucking place plays. These Mormon fucks infiltrate. That's how the world fucking plays. Until fucking people don't wake up and realize these sneaky, passive-aggressive fuckers are killing us. We got to quit playing that way. And fuck, you don't think I was out? I'm still outraged about all of it. You know, I was outraged. then I get fucking AML leukemia? Well, I was in denial. The light is shining inside of me. You will never take that from me. Was I ready for the fall? Fuck no, I was not ready for the fall. Too blind to see the writing? Oh, no, I was not too blind. I was in denial. You know, I knew that my probability was fucking cancer. I knew about my autistic mind. I fucking knew my path. I was a derivative arbitrage specialist. I can do the fucking Delta formula in my fucking head. Don't doubt me. And by the way, the last video that I did, my art form, this is a fucking new art form. And I was thinking about this last night. Of all the artists in the fucking world, the great artists, were they all connected? Oh, fuck yeah. All of them. You don't think Vincent Van Gogh came from a fucking family of curators? Brilliant fucking artists. Blackballed, never sold a penny, but he was connected. Da Vinci, the most connected fucking dude ever, bastard child. But he was amazing. Michelangelo, who I consider the great. Connected, fucking alright connected with his wet nurse, but he broke ranks. Picasso, oh yeah. Yeah, through his father, fucking Pablo Ruiz, what broke ranks. But they all had an angle. They all got in because of their connections. There was one who had no connections. Andy Warhol? Oh yeah. Connections? Yes. People can argue with me that they want. Yeah, that fucking kid, but his connection came through his university, through school, Carnegie Mellon. The Carnegie Mellon sponsorship, but he was amazing. He did fucking most of it on his own, broke ranks, but still, he had those connections. There was one guy who had 0.0 connections. Thomas Hart Benton? Please, come on, Thomas Hart Benton. Senator Benton? The senators, the oligarchs, the brilliant artist? Who did it all by themselves? Kicked the doors down and broke all the fucking rules. One fucking guy in history. Yeah, Paul Pollock. Jackson. That guy was born in Cody, Wyoming, with that fucking crazy lunatic dad, that fucking beatnik father is. That beatnik father says, I'm not going to be no cog in this fucking wheel. Fuck you, I refuse to pay rent. You know how many times that boy fucking moved when he was young? That brilliant, young, fucking angry fucking mind from that hard fucking childhood. He got it. You don't think that fucker kicked every fucking door down? He kicked them all fucking down. He was a genius, by the way. And by the way, when he was in New York, when he was all over, his genius was recognized by Thomas Hart Benton. Thomas Hart Benton knew he was a genius. You look at his old work, they look just like Benton's. Orozco, the guy who taught him how to drip. So he would go from 8th Avenue he would walk from Benton's class. You know, they had little fucking seminar classes. You know, you come to my apartment, I'll teach you how to paint. Then he would walk fucking a few days later, go over there, you know. And he had fucking serious mental fucking illness, depression. He had alcoholism fucking to the 10th fucking power. He fucking was a tortured soul. But he was brilliant and genius, and he was very happy in fucking many parts of his life. And he said, that fucker kicked down the establishment like no other. But there were people then, there were curators then, and I cannot overstate this, that her from the Whitney and him from the fucking MoMA, when I did my protest, later they come out, burned his MoMA card, said it's nothing but a fucking, well, it was the same thing then. He protested in front of the fucking MoMA and the fucking Metropolitan over and over and over. So have I. And I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to keep fucking doing it again, because that's what we have to be. When the establishment goes fucking wrong, and everybody's drank the Kool-Aid, and you have a hypnotized populism, this has happened before, but now it's on nuclear. It's happened before in the Antebellum South. So he kicks all the fucking doors down, and it was that great fucking, you got to have an oligarch, because I'm standing in Washington Square chumming for oligarchs. Just like he did. He got one of them to bite, and he hooked her. Mrs. Whitney, you know. Betty Parsons put him in his fucking gallery, never sold a painting in her gallery. Sat there forever and ever, but she never gave up on him. He had little shows up and little things. Nothing. Nobody giving him fucking nothing. Zero. They laughed at him. They hated him. They fucking mocked him. He said that he broke ranks with his fucking dripping and went fucking crazy with it because Benton had him tight, you know, painting so fucking tight that he finally exploded. Well, that was my path as a child. My mother is probably, you ought to see that woman draw. You know, you want to talk crazy, that woman. My God. Her pinup fucking art from Woodbury. My grandpa says she come home and they have a big fireplace in their backyard at Brigham City where they were from. You know, ate before. Took them all out and fucking spent all day burning them. That's what these crazy artists do, right? She was something. She fucking, I mean, I started drawing when I was probably 8 or 9 or 10, but, my art really started to explode in my head at about 10, and she hated it. She'd actually take my drawings and try to sketch them, clean them up. My 7th grade art teacher tried to clean them up. I was at Walkwist Junior High, I'll never forget it. My beautiful friend Paul, who fucking passed away looking at the same time, his wife, who hung herself, by the way, Wendy, she's a brilliant young artist. I love that girl. I love Paul. They were our friends, our little art community, our group, the little artists. Ned, so many of them are all dead, died so tragically. And they were all goody-goody Mormons, too. And they're all dead. Died tragically, all kinds of crazy shit. Cancer, heart attack, suicide. It's an amazing path we walk. But I would win every contest on every fucking thing. And then the printer would come in and say, because it was voted, no, it's too complex. Try to do that to me. Everybody's tried to do that to me. They don't understand my fucking art form. It's been fucking, I've been abused like that since I was a kid as far as my art. They want to put fucking lines around my work. They want to frame me. I show my art on a fucking clothesline with clothespins, and it's unframed. That's the way I want it to be. I want it to be outside, unframed. They can't wrap their mind. The video that I did yesterday, because it's all improv, I call it information improv. And it's all improv. I don't script any of it. I just reached in my pocket like 30 seconds before I had that, and my daughter says, "Here, Dad, this is for gas money for giving me a ride to work." And I look in there, and there's a 10. And I'm like, Hamilton, and I'm like, my gig with Hamilton. I says, "Well, that's it, go." It's all improv. That could be my best improv fucking, visual painting that I ever did, ever. If somebody came to me and they put my package and my paintings together on my videos and says, "Okay, we're going to price them." That's what they do when they sit down with you, curator, and you have a show and put them in. That one's going to price right at the very fucking top, right there with some of the historical ones. People don't get it. My best videos are probably my most unliked videos. That's okay. But my best improv actual painting on paper, like paint with tight watercolors, is my nuclear triangle I did in 93 or 94. Just sit down on a Friday afternoon in my big fucking house, my big beautiful house, my big art studio, and just put my fucking paintbrush down. Had nothing in my head. Painted it. I painted the Fukushima disaster in 94. There it is. I called it the nuclear triangle, the nuclear vagina. There she is, the feminine girl before she died. There's the fucking script on the Coke machine in fucking Japanese. Don't even know how to fucking write it. It's all right there. There it is. That painting came out of my psychic, out of my head, improv. That's the light that shines in me. It's always shined inside of me. And I've always struggled with it. Cassandra's done, oh, fuck. What I've been able to do my whole life is probably to hypothesize in the future. Is that a fucking gift? No, it's a curse. Just like, those philosophies that were developed inside Greek mythology are brilliant. They're beautiful. They're rooted in so much reality. Cassandra, she wouldn't sleep living sexually, so he cursed her with seeing the future. Right. Cursed seeing the future. Not a gift, a curse. Money's a curse, by the way. And no one believing her. I've been able to and I go in denial about it lots of times because I don't want to know the fucking truth. I'll think this is really going to happen. I hypothesize. Is it just rooted logic? Maybe. I don't understand it all the way. I don't know. I call it the light, but I predicted my own cancer, in my YouTube. Too blind to see the writing on the wall, not ready for the fall. I wasn't ready for the fucking fall. I was not ready for the fucking fall. I remember everything that I've done, my path, my fucking art, my fucking journey, standing on fucking moral ground. The activist. I've always been the activist since I was a fucking boy. I've been an activist since as long as I can remember. My dad taught me. My grandparents taught me. My dad, it was like a given. I'll never forget it. This is the guy he was. They tried to change the school superintendent. We live out in the boonies in the rural county, this beautiful fucking place. They decided to change the rules. You're going to walk to school. There's no shoulders on the road. There's no fucking sidewalk. Busy fucking road. My little sister's in kindergarten. They changed the rules and say you got to walk to school when the bus is picked up there forever. My dad knew the bus drivers, and it went like this. Hey, fuckhead. He didn't like that fucker. He was the ex-fucking Mormon bishop out there. You pick up these fucking kids and you take them to school and fuck the superintendent. And if you don't, you're going to deal with me, fucker. You got it? You're not going to let a fucking 5-year-old walk to school while I'm at work and get hit by a fucking car because he protected his fucking children. He was an activist. So they come out, they put up a fucking sign right in front of where my house is now. Bus stop. This arrogant fucking school. His name is Birmingham, I think. I was with my dad. He went over there and just took the tractor and pulled the fucker out. They come in the next day and cemented on concrete. Do you think that's going to stop this guy? He didn't give a fuck. He went over there and he took photographs. He called the fucking media while he was doing it. Come watch this, fuckheads. You're not killing our children. There's no shoulders on this fucking road. There's nowhere for them to fucking walk. You're not killing my kids on this busy fucking highway. Watch this, and the neighbor's kids. He stuck up for everybody. Hooked the tractor up, took photographs, and pulled the fucker out. Says, fuck you. Shows up, made the front page of the fucking every media here. Tells them, the superintendent goes offline. Says, let me tell you something, fucker. I play a different way. You're not killing my children, you fucking arrogant fucker. You're so disconnected. There's a fucking main railroad line that goes across there they got to cross. The fucking UP Pacific Causeway's right there. What are they going to do, crawl into the fucking train? You're not going to kill these kids. Fuck you, you fuckers. Waste all that money. Right in public. Go ahead. Keep this fucking around, and I will be at your fucking house on your front door. This is the kind of guy that raised me. That's the kind of activist. My grandparents. My fucking grandparents on my mother's side, who knew Wallace Stegner personally, who knew Richard Scott, fucking connected. Oh, fuck, please. This is Abe Hunsaker the Fourth. Fuck, without those guys, there is no fucking Mormon church. They broke ranks. Ella Potter Hunsaker, Ike Potter's last living grandchild. I have Ike's fucking journal. These are the people. They were activism and gave all the money away, by the way. Did not believe in inherited wealth. Were fucking Hamiltonians. They would call themselves Hamiltonians, which a lot of people called themselves. Did not, but Hamilton paid himself zero. Zero. They were anti-royals in the old fucking George Washington Masonic traditions. Were they Mason? Yeah, most likely they. I don't know for sure. But I'm pretty sure they were fucking Masonics. I'm not. I mean, I've been blackballed. I've been told by myself. I've been told to my face, by my own attorney, by people that, and you don't think that there's still a secret society that runs it. It's not Masonics. It's the Mormon Church. But the Mormon Church copied all the Masonic rituals. And you got to understand how the Masonics broke ranks. The George Washington Masons broke ranks. The Napoleon. You said even one word that you even talked like you were a royal in France, the French Revolution. They fucking chopped your head off. They put you in prison. They slaughtered them. They changed the calendar. Same with the American fucking Revolution. They were anti-royal to the 10th power. So were this philosophy here. So the Mormons still do it, by the way. And, you know, people around don't believe that they blackballed me. They won't excommunicate me. I keep saying, how come you haven't called me out? Well, we can't do that. Because they know I'm fucking right. They're fucking, because Joseph Smith was a live fucking weasel, fucking rat, fucking rooted in sexual pedophilia. So was Joseph Smith, Brigham Young. They're pedophiles. I mean, it was all about sex, not pedophilia. I mean, Brigham Young wasn't a pedophile. He just liked women. You know, 3 kids born on the same day. His last 2 wives, Miss Utah. That's what was rooted in him. Now, Joseph Smith, that's different. You know, he was rooted in sexual women. You know, Fama K. Brody, who I knew very personally, that brilliant genius woman she is, she called it to a T. So, I mean, these are the people that raised me. My activism career. You can't frame me. My art will stand. My art will stand. In the great spirit of Jackson Pollock. You don't understand it yet. You can't fucking wrap your mind around it because the dogma burgers have been fucking tough. The yellow cake and the Kool-Aid and that television. You've divided up on climate change. You've divided up on, you name it. You fucking went down. That's exactly what they wanted. You know, we fucking broke ranks. These Hamiltonians, they fucking didn't believe in inherited wealth. They gave it all away. They thought inherited wealth should be illegal. They didn't believe in fucking born into bloodlines. They believed you stood on your own fucking 2 feet, which we don't now. They believed in no debt. Hamilton said we cannot have debt. And to think about it, without fucking Hamilton and the central bank, yes, the central bank was created by Hamilton, not the other way. We had a central bank since 76. Him and fucking Jefferson fight, pragmatic, argue. You know, think about Adams. What a fucking royal prick that fucker was. Read the quotes that fucker, and not Sam. We love Sam. Sam Adams was the guy that did all the fucking heavy lifting. Him and Paul Revere, the craftsman, dropped out like fucking Indians and threw the tea overboard to East India. Fuck you, Royals. Get the fuck off. This is ours. Fuck you. You sitting over there in your fucking oil. Go fuck yourself. Come on. The silversmith, the craftsman. They gutted the craftsman. I'm a craftsman. That Hawking trowel fucking my hand was ground in my fucking head by my grandfather. And people, look, this is the guy from Old Town San Diego, the Mormon Italian guy who loved the fucking Old Town. I mean, he supported the first building built there. He built it with his fucking hands. The first school. The guy that found the gold suitors mill gave it all away. Called himself the great communist. The Hamiltonian, he called himself. These are the people that fucking ground Kevin. Fuck you, wild little fucker. It's important that you fucking really fucking apprentice in a trade. He knew I was the artist. You apprentice in that fucking sand pits that they own. That bar tile that's all over here. They made it in those pits. That's the pits I grow. The cleanest, whitest, purest fucking sand in the world. Right there, that Brigham City pit. That's what he did with his money. He bought all the mineral fucking rights up there. He's standing on the fucking train when they shake hands. The fucking UPSP fucking office was in his fucking house. I mean, this guy was, what the 5 fucking wives, 50-something kids that come from them first. Well, you know, the other ones electrocuted. My orphan fucking grandparents. Amazing. You know, so I would go with them to California. That's what they did. They knew Stegner so personally. Richard Scarp, these were amazing fucking men. These people did not, they anti-royal in the great Jefferson fucking spirit. They came out to this fucking desert and they made it fucking bloom. They were amazing. They stuck together. They fucking loved each other. But they understood how important it was to learn a fucking skill when you were young. I started plastering at 16, 17, hitchhike. I mean, these old fuckers, barking fucking mean motherfuckers, were fucking nasty up there on that scale, these union fuckers. I mean, long-haired fucking cut your hair by a dress, you little motherfucker. I was physical as fuck, strong as fuck, and everybody knew it. Mutated fucking little runt. But I was physical, I had this long blonde, and fucking girls would go nuts on his muscles, and had me shut up with all those fucking steroids trying to overcome these fucking monsters did to my body. So they knew, they were barking up, but fuck boy, if you could work and you were physical and you were artistic, oh, did they respect you. And they respected me fucking very soon. Had that Hawking trowel in my hand, and I will never take that Hawking trowel out of my hand. I'm going to go back to it. I mean, that's one thing that's broke my hand, or heart. You know, Michelangelo himself said it. Fucking more than the violinist. You know, I like to go back to that radical, crazy fucking Beethoven and his soup comments. Fuck the Royals, he used to say. Fuck them. I'll walk right through these fuckers in downtown Vienna, which I did. Fuck them. You know, that was America. America as opposed to the United States. That's how we were formed. That's what we were until 1980. Now, these fuckers say it's always been that. Yeah, we've had our problems going back and forth, but we had the strongest middle class in human history from 1945 to 1980. You fucking grew up in it. That's what outrages me. The fucking baby bombers spoiled rotten with a silver spoon up their fucking ass, sit and watched it, and they go along with this dog and pony show and fucking destroy our children's future. I love my grandsons and granddaughters. I love those beautiful fucking souls. They're amazing, by the way. Really amazing. Because they got the light from him, from my fucking family, from our fucking place, from our community. That's who this place was. They take it away. And you're the fuckers that did it. The fucking, you know, and that's another thing. People don't understand. People are so fucking arrogant, they think I'm talking about them. You know how many people watch my videos? My fucking view count does no fucking justice. I travel all over. I fucking run into this group of guys watching football this weekend. Never met them in my African-American group guy. I'm sitting with them. Well, one of them starts fucking talking about fainting goats, saying mission accomplished. I'm like, fuck, this guy fucking sounds like me. And what has he got? And then I'm like, hey, dude, you fucking watch videos on YouTube? Yeah. I says, you sound like you're repeating my rhetoric for you. He looks at me and he says, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. I'm sitting right here with you. I fucking love your videos. I watch them every fucking day. Yeah, I could tell when I heard you talking, fainting goats, mission accomplished. I mean, moving culture through this powerful genre, oh fuck yeah. Which I've known as far as the anti-nuclear fight. We don't have one hope. We're not going to helical the car. You know, Malley reads my question. You know, Malley fucking waits till Helen's not there the second day. I'm first question up. to her at the University of Washington. Kevin Blanch wants to know. You say that it's not in your face. You say that it's all just martial which is tragic what's going on to those people and horrific. The human experiment goes on there. You say that there's 300,000 children of the atomic veterans right here under your fucking nose. And you won't talk about it. I mean, you say they don't, you act like, nah, just like the Pacific genocide. Cover your ears, Fukushima never happened, fucking nah. Why? She wouldn't answer the question. This is in public. It's all over on Helen Caldicott's Symposium. Look it up. Early. Second day. Look it up. Her name's Hollywood. Or not, excuse me, Hollywood. Something like that. I mean, the disgrace is a spit in my face. But I'm used to that. I'm used to all that. I'm used to the rejection. I'm used to people trying to take my fucking work and trying to put lines around it, frame on it. I will refuse. I'm a counterculturalist. I refuse to be a cog in this wheel. Always have. I remember in 1967, the calendar, go back to school. I'm in the second grade. Got a beautiful fucking smart Secretary of Education's fucking mother. Brilliant woman. She's having a fit because I won't hold my pencil right. Having a fit. That's why I could write cursive good, but didn't do it her way. And I remember I told her, this is the way I do it. Her name was Mrs. Smith. Her daughter ended up being the first female governor here. She was a wonderful woman, by the way, so her husband. They tore his house down out by my house. Amazing fucking people. Called themselves Hamiltonians. Called themselves communists. Loved the children. Did so much for everybody. That was our school system that I got raised in. First fucking school system to officially celebrate Earth. Yeah. So I'm like, no. I kept telling her, no. She worked with me. She knew I was autistic, or whatever you want to call it, whatever I was. That I still don't fucking know what I was or am. I still don't understand it. Someday maybe the answer. I'm like, that's the first time I ever said it. I don't answer to anybody. This is just the way I do it. Mrs. Smith, I was respectful for it. The first time I said it. I said it my whole life. I'm not going to answer to anyone. Now, when God, whatever I figured that God is, when I was in the hospital, when I was praying and meditating, everybody was praying for me when I was dying, I never asked for anything. All I did was thank, even when I'm dying. Because I know. Life is a gift. My children are a gift. My grandchildren are a gift. The fucking mountains of this beautiful place that I live, it's a gift. I got a gift. I'm not one of these people that fucking, well, me, fuck no. I want the reality told of my tale and my story because it is the way we get fucking, look, Fukushima is the way we fucking take the nuclear cartel down. It's the dagger. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not that way. It's the greatest ecological catastrophe, the greatest event in human history, and I have to tell it the way I have to fucking tell it. And I will never answer to anyone. Now, if I figure out what God comes to me and says, hey, I need you to do this, or what, I'll answer to him. Whatever that is. I still have not figured that out, what that is, but I'm a big believer in the hereafter. I'm a big believer in the light. I'm a big believer that something happens to us. I haven't quantified heaven and hell, but I believe in good, there's a fight between good and evil. I believe that evil has taken the fucking field, and these evangelicals, hairspray, like what's her name? It's all over the internet now. She's being investigated by the IRS, and these fucking flock sheep that just made her a billionaire in her 5 house in her giant compound. These are the devils. There's no doubt in my mind that is how evil works. The Mormon Church is completely evil now. They're in hairspray. They do the opposite. They call themselves Jesus Christ when it's their opposite of Jesus. Hairspray, it's completely the opposite. They're worshiping the golden half. They're bearing false witness. And that has nothing to do with you believing was he the Son of God or not, or if he was if he is the being. That has nothing to do with that. It has to do with what we go along with. It's the hypocrite hypocrite. Most atheists believe that Jesus Christ was the greatest activist of human history. I'm not an atheist. I believe in the hereafter. I believe he was the greatest activist that ever lived. There's no doubt in my mind. Look what they did to him. You don't think he was persecuted? Put him on a cross and fucking killed him. Went into the fucking temple, threw the money changers in it. This guy got it. He was a craftsman. They took his fucking hammer and fucking saw away from him and did what they're doing right now. He saw the hypocrisy inside there in the temples, calling themselves religion. He knew better. He fucking was the contrarian. He was the Jackson Pollock. You know, just like Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King knew he was going to be killed. I like how they divided that up. Somehow that's black and white. That doesn't do with black and white. He got what Jesus got. He got what Jackson got. He got what they all got. These lying, phony, fake fuckers are fucking Satan. Or whatever Satan is, the evil. I don't know if it's, I don't know how to quantify that. But it sure is evil. I like Edward Abbey's quote. Fucking new. New World Order. This was clear in the 70s he said this. There's nothing new about it. It's as old as Babylon and evil as hell. It's brilliant. Edward Abbey was brilliant. I knew Abbey. That crazy, drunken, fucking brilliant. From my ex-father-in-law, the writer. I mean, this is my place. This is a small place here in fucking Utah. You know, our bloodlines, we're all connected. All the beautiful girls, everybody knew each other. Because we were communal people. We partied in the park. We fucking had keg parties. Fucking Mount Ogden, Golden Gate had nothing on us. We were very communal people. We were socialized big time in our fucking communist fucking roots. Because these people had to stick together to come to this fucking desert and make a home. They had to lean on each other. They came from the fucking starvation of the 1930s. They were starving to death. They do. They fucking felt. So here we have a group that they've never felt anything. You know, in their house, one out of water in California, we just go to the store and buy some, right? So they think. Oh, your wells are drying. Wells are drying up all over. There's been people say, it's going to happen. Already happening. California, there's plenty. Hollister, wells dried up. Told them not to drink fucking water. Wells are dried up all over. There's fucking municipalities that are out of water now. People are going without bathing and showering fucking right. It's on. It's fucking the eco fucking catastrophe. But no, you can watch them fucking play fantasy football and fucking go to Disneyland. And because you can just go to the store. Go get a cheap fucking hamburger at McDonald's. It's the world we live in. People live in a fucking fairy tale. They're so disconnected from anything logical and reality. How could they not be? You know, they don't fucking hike there. And even the people that do, they get out. They live in their own, because that's what they've done. They shut down. They pop pills at fucking nights. I call it the Bud Light of wrath. The number one selling beer in the world, Bud Light. It's not even beer. You know. And this is a fact. They switched from wheat to rice in order to fucking make the fucking fermenting faster. Then they got rid of fucking the rice. They ship it out in the vats because they're brewing it so fast and selling so much. It takes time to brew beer. They don't want to fucking spend the time. So they inject ether alcohol at the distillery into the fucking beer. It's not beer. It's a horrible disgusting. These guys, I don't think there's alcohol in it. I call it a placebo. These fuckers will drink an 18-pack. And why don't you just drink one good fucking beer? You know? It's not beer. It's the greatest advertising campaign in fucking human history through that box. And if you don't think that box is worth 5 little pounds worth from here, you don't think that's fucking worked. The CIA and the fucking network television born the same day. Ha! Really? Anderson, Vanderbilt? The public be damned. Fuck Wolf, fuck Mossad, fucking Blitzer, the public be damned. These fucking, no, I'm not against secret societies because, you know, the George Washington Masons, they did a lot of fucking good. You know, they broke the ranks, but what they are now, Masonics are weakling pussies with fucking not one fucking drop of power. Why? Because they lost all men of integrity. So it's all skull and bones. The secret societies that are running the world right now run out of the universities. You think it's coincidence Abe came here? Abe come here, and he goes to MIT Media Lab. He speaks at a private institution, Harvard. It's all run from Harvard, skull and bones, just like when they Trotsky there to head. Well, people saw Thursday. They're evil, sick motherfuckers. And taking Hamilton off, send her over on McKinley, that's the game, because it's all skull and bones out of the house. The Queen's running the show. The same old royals in England are running the show. They're back! That video I did last video is the best fucking improv masterpiece info art I ever did. And don't try to frame me, motherfuckers. Ha! I'm going to be like Pollock. I'm all fucking pissed and fucking
fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a rattle.